The great thing about the great thing about the time zone differences is it doesn't fucking matter what time it is for you. It doesn't, because right when you open your eyes, as soon as you open your eyes, someone's already in the middle of their day. They already have something to tell you. It doesn't fucking matter. Nothing fucking matters. Everything is trash. I really can just say whatever the fuck I want. Doing a small, you guys can say whatever the fuck you want. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna fucking listen. Okay, anyway. When someone who is part of your collective, who has permission to like channel your energy, who has ability to channel your energy, it's like all these fucking steps. But when that is the case, and they are doing a reading, if you are sleeping, we know from experience that it can be a dream. Like, they can show up to the function, they can show up to the fucking reading. We know that the reading shows up to them and they experience it before waking up, finding the video, and experiencing it again in real life. But when you are awake, and if you are in meditation, first of all, you may feel called to go into a divinatory state when someone else is channeling for you. Now, if someone else is channeling for you, it like, okay, like I can read my own cards kind of, right? But like, if every reader has their own style, then every reader can get some type of fucking message that like would take a lot more work for you to be able to get or do or whatever, right? Like it might just take more time or more energy or whatever. And so this way that helps with the workload. And so though, if you guys if you guys have the same abilities and you can do this shit, you're gonna feel called to like either listen to music, dance, do your workout, like whatever the fuck is like your meditative thing. Like it could even be like just washing the dishes in silence. And you will get telepathic messages, you will get spiritual downloads, you can have telepathic communications. You can have a whole fucking conversation with someone, and there will be video evidence later to prove it. The only concern there is, do they fucking remember it? Do they experience it in the same way? And to be honest, that doesn't really matter, because if you experience the same thing in different ways, it tells you something. It tells you something. It gives you a message. It gives you some type of clarity. Excuse me. Okay, now, I mean, I don't even know if I finished that. I'm sure there's so much more to that, but I feel like that's where other people's experiences come in. But in that other video, this one, okay, wait. Let's say, like, there's this, right? the people who are your people, like not just like that other video was a little bit more focused on like divine counterpart type energy, soulmate energy, however you want to put it, whatever your soul is calling to, blah 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 blah. Energies can have many names and still be the same fucking energy. But also the other side of that, yes, okay, something that some of you are able to do, which one of you is able to do this right now, which is very, very special. But you can lock the connection. You can put a fucking lock on the connection. Now, don't go, I mean, I don't think it's gonna work if it's not like pure intentions, just saying. Like, you can't just lock onto somebody like that. But I've never experienced this before. I have a connection that has a lock on it. And it doesn't feel like handcuffs or anything. It doesn't feel restricting. It feels secure. And so what that's telling me, what I feel within this locked connection is just like, hey, yeah, I see you. It's all good. Let's go. Like, yeah, this is, I can vibe with this. I can deal with this. Like, I'm in. They locked in. They pressed the buzzer. Beep. Okay. So that's really cool that you can just choose to stabilize like that. I don't think, something else you may be noticing is that you may not have even put the lock there. Because I think that if people, like if I myself or other people could do this thing where they could secure the connection like that, it would have already been done. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying like it hasn't been done for other people. That other people may have experienced this already, but or will be experiencing this. But this is such a beautiful, like this is like the inner peace that I experienced in like my extreme isolation hermitude, like very selective, very closed circle or like secret circle or like, I mean, it wasn't that exclusive, but it's just like more picky, the picky energies, which comes up every so often. It's like so just solid and peaceful. It is flowing. It is full. That is what true friendship feels like. You don't take things too personally unless you have to, unless there's a bigger purpose. But for that reason, you guys don't like draw swords towards each other. Like the lock, the security of the connection is like an agreement that we no need longer draw the sword. We no need draw the sword, no need longer draw the sword. To each other. Maybe like toy swords, like battle practice. Or like scrimmage. To keep in shape, to keep in tune, to keep in touch, to keep in alignment, to keep grounded, to keep human, right? It's not that you like it's not that you don't like these people. And when I say these people, I just mean anyone. It's not that you don't like them. It's just that the things that you like are kind of shifting, and the things that they like are shifting, and everything is just kind of like trying to come together. And you may be releasing the same type of energy as someone else. What I said earlier, I love that I can just refer to myself. What I was saying earlier about energies can be the same and have different names, or they can have the same name but like very different, like little, like their buildup is just a little, like there's one ingredient different, one more, one less, whatever. It's always equivalent though, always equivalent. Even if inverted, even if a reflection, always equivalent. And that's why you don't pick a side, because every time you go through some type of cleanse or purification to become closer to yourself and one with the universe, God, people, take your pick, just pick. It's different every time. There's so much stuff. And blah blah blah, different every time, blah blah blah. Okay, so how I'm seeing this is like, I brought my other pen. It wasn't really my choice. I sat down and got comfortable, and then I had to get up again to grab more than one thing. But if there's like all of these people, look, I made a square. An octagon is just a square with its tips cut off. Oh my god, I can't draw an octagon for shit. I wasn't fucking lying, y'all. I wasn't lying about not being able to draw. But do you see an octagon? An octagon is just a big square with its tip cut off. With it, that's crazy. I didn't mean this. Anyway, I mean, that's part of the joke, but still. Okay, listen, there's all these people. And big, everybody now. Like, and the balance between good and bad within self, but then also majority, right? But then nobody is always inherently the good or the bad, right? Like, why is this the example? Everybody. Oh God. Okay, well, now I'm reaching out to the serial killers in my collective. Great. Hello, you guys. How are you? It's like everybody hates the serial killer till they start having an MO that actually suits them, or they seem, do you know what I mean? Oh my god. Because tell me why a serial killer, like, you could be like serial killer isn't always like DMV, sorry, what is it, SUV? No, SVU. It's not always it's not always that. Some of it is like just you could, I mean, wouldn't you say that, like, I don't know, if you have to like kill people to do your job, wouldn't you say that's kind of like serial killing? Not in, you know me, you know the people that I work with, you know how much judgment I have to remove. Don't get, if you're a veteran or something, don't get wild. Don't, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know a little bit of it is true, but you know that's not inherently you. Please don't take your trigger out on me. It's just a release. It's an activation. It's just a different way of thinking. Not all of you are traumatized like that. It's gonna be okay. You're okay. Okay. So nobody is inherently good. Like if Ted Bundy started killing the Nazis, what? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Do I have a Nazi fan base here? Hi, my Nazi fan. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna cry. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna be fucking accidentally manifesting this stuff. I mean, if they need healing, I guess, but that's fucking... Actually, I know somebody who was not white, and they had a room. Like, it's like random, right? Sometimes, but they had a roommate who was like part of the KKK. Like, actually. And they became friends. I mean, he was still kind of racist, but... You know what I mean? Like, these people do have hearts and they do have humanity. It's just really weird. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out someday. Because you guys know me. I get all the mystery miracle cases. Fuck. Okay, so one of my inks ran out of color. Go figure. Go fucking figure. But, and I'm sure there's probably a reason for that. But, and if you find meaning in the color coding, please let me know. But, so it's like, all of these people, like, some of them are going to be on the darker side. Some of them are going to be on the lighter side. But it's all going to, like, balance out. And some people are going to be, like, in between. Or, like, one or two or a few handful of people are going to be able to, like the Octagon. Isn't that an actual... What is that? Anyway, like, a non-shape, like... The Octagon. Does it have to do with politics, or is it, like, elite stuff? Am I getting my shapes confused? The Oval Office, the Octagon. Pizza Hut is the trapezoid. Look at my camera falling again. Look. Oh, I guess actually, okay, I see the point in this is to bring in another energy mention. I don't name drop, I energy mention. Only the people who know that it's their energy will know that the best, do you know what I mean? Okay. Yesterday I recorded a reading. And this will happen. Sometimes I'll be called to do a reading. Do the whole reading, not want to edit it, not want to freaking even record it sometimes or upload it, anything like that. Like, sometimes it's just like in the moment, it feels good, that's it, that's all it is. Just delete it out of the phone. It's just like it almost never happened. But every time that it does happen, another reader that I trust will upload something, pull the same fucking exact cards as me. And something that I learned yesterday. Okay, so three ability things. Something that I learned yesterday is that, first of all, the synchronicities will go beyond just one reading. Is something that I've noticed. Like, it will be continuous. Like, if I say something 3 readings ago and then I mention it later, in one of somebody else's video will capture that one, and then like the ones in between even. Like anything correlating to their energy or the message or what they're going through, it will capture that. And the main things that it captures, the things I like we're gonna remove a blockage. We're gonna remove blockage. Is that a combination of blockage and baggage? But sometimes, well, this was what, like 6 months ago or so, but I felt like I was really repetitive. I felt like I was saying the same thing in my readings in different ways, sometimes in the same exact way, every so often. And I felt like, am I even good at this? Am I even good at what I do? I was like, and I was getting some telepathic messages about it too. And that could have been my higher self, my inner self, my divine team, other people. I don't know, because I'm still working on it. And like, it's hard to like work on it. And then like, just when you get everything situated and figured out, like more people come in and it just fucking, you got to recombobulate all over again. That's why breaks and rest are good. And you should sit and marinate in your creativity, ideas, and passions every once in a while, every so often. Cut off the edges of your square into the octagon. Stop for a fucking and just spend time with yourself. Spend time with the divine. Fuck, what was I saying? Hold on. What I have learned about this feeling of being repetitive through watching someone else bring up or make a statement every so often is that that's really creative. When you can work a foundational core message or belief, a gentle reminder, a graceful reminder, when you can add that love and kindness, incorporate it into the modern from the past, that is peak creativity. To find different ways to say the same shit. You could have just said that shit. You could have just said that one thing that everybody else says that nobody knows what the fuck it truly means, right? But no, you take it further. There's hours and hours and hours of different storylines, different words, different analogies, different metaphors, different cards, different people, different places, different things. You're able to do that. You're able to create that, craft it and curate it. Create, craft, and curate. Triple C's have been so relevant. There's another reading that I also don't want to upload where, I don't know what it was, clear, concise, and then something else. I don't know. I think I still have the video. Maybe I can add in the clip here. The audio. Are we listening together? Okay, everybody, listen. I'm just not gonna put it in. Can you imagine? You can pause the recording. You can pause the recording. How long was that paused for? You know? Don't worry about being repetitive. Just do not worry. Fuck worrying. Fuck asking yourself questions sometimes. Just fucking do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Because like what you truly want to do isn't like if you had the option to like chill the fuck out or go hunt this person down and kick their ass, what are you gonna choose to do? You're probably gonna choose to fucking sit down and relax. Why? Because you know that if you're meant to kick this person's ass, they will be brought to you and you will not have to hunt them down. Can I get an amen? They just come right to your door. They just come right to you. Fuck you. Fuck you guys. I'm gonna... Excuse me, Dad. Dad. Papa. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, we got the death and rebirth at the end. At the end of the deck. This is the end. This is the end of the deck. It's not the bottom, it's the end. There's no going past here. Which is kind of funny. That was a really good death joke that I didn't even intentionally make. There's two different types. There's more meaning to that word. Like there's two, like intentionally. Oh, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? It's like intentionally. Like you go into something expecting a certain result, and then it's not like that at all, and you're like, that wasn't my intention. But then there's like, oh, this is the difference between intention and intuition. Intuition is, I know this is gonna be the result, so I'ma act like this. So you need to combine. I don't know why. You need to combine intention and intuition to get that perfect, humble blend. That's a synchronicity for some people. That's a sign for some people. That's a message for some people. Shit. I'm trying to find where I once was. But normally when I say everything that I need to say, no matter how off track or what did I see. Hey girl. So, no matter what direction I pop off in, as sporadic or disconnected as it may seem, it's all connected, and it all freaking, what the hell is it? The Orus Boris, the freaking it always comes all the way back around. Like from this one spot, I could go to this peak, and there could be from that point 2 specific trails. So it's like I'm picking one or the other. But when I go down this trail, there's like a freaking hidden ridge or like a magic bridge or something that fucking connects it to the other place. It's like a freaking treehouse, playhouse land. Nah, where is this going? So you're never getting off track. You're never getting off track. You're never getting sidetracked. The side quests are like part of the game, like are part of the main quests. Oh, I see. So at this time, you're being asked not to second guess yourself. Whoa, yeah. So the Queen of Fire came out in reverse. This is warm, vibrant, sensual, independence, primal, expansive, and energetic. And then one of the key phrases is not to second guess yourself and hold your head up high. This 3 of fire is action, implementation, exploration, energy, hard work, sacrifice. That's so funny. That's so funny. It literally says pay attention to details, avoid cutting corners. When you have the square and the octagon is the main message and you go off onto your little tangents, it may be inconvenient for other people, because if they just shut up or shut off and just listen, like not shut down, but like shh and listen to everything that you have to say. You know what I mean? It's like this, you could just have this, but then there's also these if you enjoy. You know what I mean? And your people are gonna enjoy the whole square, but they're also gonna be able to focus on the octagon when they need to. They understand the importance of the octagon, but these are just as important. These are filled with information as well. And so balancing that confidence, no. Balancing the passion. Oh my God, I'm interpreting these cards so wild right now. The masculine energy is going down. The feminine energy is going up. They're balancing each other out. Because maybe it's not up and down, maybe it's side by side. Because when we split up and take the different paths and then use our satellite phone to check in, like maybe don't do this in like real life. Don't like get lost or fall off a cliff. Oh my fucking God. Respect nature. That's part of this message too, is like when you go out into an environment that you're not familiar with, yes, you know yourself, you respect yourself, but at the same time, you understand that you're not familiar with this environment, so you're not just gonna go bulldoze through unless shit is being directed at you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Be respectful of your surroundings. If you don't like some place, if some place isn't making you feel good, leave. Bow before you leave. This is more so in nature than a public space, but there's freaking spirits in public spaces too, so do what you want. I mean, like events, like public events. Like crowds, places with a lot of people, even the store. God. Imagine just do it for the comedy, just freaking bow after every store I don't even go to. Nah, just kidding. But, shit, let me go see what sorry. Okay. Splitting up to get more ground. Like you can trust each other to go on embark on your own fucking journeys, on your own trails, on your own paths, and still be able to like find each other and make it back together and take all the data and make it make sense. Like if one goes, I went this way, and there was like a freaking like serial killer, Nazi serial killer, and then like, oh, I went this way and I saw like a fluffy baby pet unicorn. Like when you come together, you're not gonna be like, that's not fucking real, because then you would be discounting the own journey that you took. It's about what happens when we combine this information together. And there's not always a reaction. It's not really always anything until later. Like, some things are to be pieced together. So you can't expect like it to make sense every single time. But you can still be like, look at my trinkets, look at my treasures. The heck? You guys gotta come over here. Or like, wait, where are you at? I'm gonna go over there. Like, switch, whatever, combine. Let's go down this trail. Oh, look, there's that peak that we wanted to go to. Can you make it from when you wanted? Blah, 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 blah. Jeez. Okay. Two of coins. The two of coins came out to say that I was fucking right. Not just bitch. Oh my god, let me chill the fuck out. Okay, let's see what it says in the book. Let's just see. Let's see. Let me find out. Oh, dude, no. What did I say about not freaking going and like stumbling off the cliff? A single slip would send both himself and his wealth tumbling into the waters below. Okay. So this last sentence over here says, remember that it is all too easy to lose control and drop everything if you get overwhelmed. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Like, okay, they literally talk about him juggling. And they're like, oh, if you get overwhelmed, you're gonna drop your juggles. Like, well, yeah. Like, yeah. What's wrong with that? You just pick it up and can juggle immediately? You don't ever drop your balls? You don't drop your balls? Your balls aren't dropped? Fuck, get it together. Like, of course, when you get new shit and new things, like, the more, like, he has two pentacles, and he's like, oh, which is wild, because aren't you supposed to have 3? And looky here, 3 oranges, technically there's 6. You get my point. So, and then more stuff. Like, yeah. Just because you're good at juggling just because you're fucking good at juggling 2 pentacles doesn't mean that you're good at juggling 3. You might need practice. When you're good at juggling 3 pentacles, you might be fucking able to take that and do 3, 4, 5, no problem. But when you get to 6 pentacles, you may start dropping shit and need to figure out how to fucking Are your pentacles, are your skills strong enough, sustainable enough to withstand a couple drops? Do you need to put an otter box on your fucking pentacles? Then fucking do it. Don't what? Don't fucking sit there and look at me like that. What? You triggered? I'm just kidding, sorry. Okay, can we close this message out? Because Did my sister leave for work yet? She's probably like, what the fuck? Acceptance and teacher. And then we got purity and retreat. So this, which teacher? Okay, on teacher 33, Arnica. This teacher card talks about loyalty and commitment to like a very unique vision and path. Be like, oh, Arnica, if you're in pain, Arnica. Or at least in one part of my life so many years ago, that's what it was. And so you think about what it is to be a teacher, because technically a parent is like a teacher, right? Like, so what does that entail? What do you endure as a teacher, as a parent, when you work with children, when you work with adults, because they still have inner children? You know what I mean? Like, they're still a person. They're still the same fucking person they was when they were small. We all are. And that comes with a lot of pain. It does. And I'm not saying to go use it. I'm not saying what to go use it for. I'm just telling a story. So even though this talks about teaching, it also talks about resilience in a way. Being the light, being the student, being the interpreter, the receiver, the interpreter, the conduit. It depends. Because different people are going to have different purposes at different times. Perhaps. Perchance. Perchance. This acceptance card talks about being in flow and like really breaking free, like accepting, like fully accepting yourself. So here, I think you are truly accepting a role, and I actually saw confirmation of this. Okay, yeah. Okay. You are really, truly like appreciating the role that you have and stepping into it. And you're coming, like the information you're sharing, whether it wants to be labeled as, oh, that's not true, or this or that or whatever, like it's coming from a pure childlike place, especially when you're in a more playful mood. And that's when you get that spiritual replenishment. That's when you receive the most potent messages, because you're not actively trying to. You are just receiving. And so there, right, if learning from each other is conversations, something that's been popping up lately is like misinformation. Like this person is purposefully misinforming, which may or may not be true. But for the people who are just trying to have conversation, who are trying to connect and expand and share, that can be an off-balancing force. Because if y'all want to talk about true misinformation, should we talk about the gossiping? Should we talk about not having one-on-one conversations with people about what's going on? Is it fair? Oh, yeah. So now, is it fair to have such of a hard critique of someone else if you trusted that source? Because it doesn't matter how big or oh, Jesus Christ. It doesn't matter how big or how small. what makes a trusted source trusted? They're as transparent and as true as possible. If you're playing the game of the coconut wireless or the freaking can telephone or whatever, you cannot, like, it's not that people are intentionally trying to lie. Some of them may be, but like that somebody else's action doesn't, you know what I mean? So unless you know something for sure, or even when you feel like you know something for sure, make sure you balance that into intuition and intention to keep yourself in balance and protect yourself. Because you can have the best intentions, but if someone gives you the wrong information on purpose, then fuck, right? Like, and maybe they were trying to do that out of protection or for this, who fucking cares, right? Like, this protects you from all angles, from two sides. If it's not your problem, try not to pick a side. Even if it is your problem, see both sides. That's how you can make a balanced, well-educated, knowledgeable decision that you won't have to question later. Because you kind of like questioned before you made the decision. You made the decision. It's a little transitory, quaky, like, you know when you like shake to like even out the grounds, like clearing out the sands kind of thing. You made the right decision. And it is also okay to swing to that darker side during this transitory patience, peaceful waiting area, because when the actual Fruit Loops of your labor come in, that can't be getting in your way. When it's finally here in front of you, that can't be getting in your way. And the only way it can get in your way is if you don't have experience with it. If you haven't sat with it, if you haven't contemplated it, if you haven't kind of figured it out. It's not that you would lose, right? It's not that you would drop what you have. Possibly. It is a possibility. But if it is meant for you, this then would just bring a little extra layer of awareness, a wave of depth, and would help you be more comfortable. Be more happy, kind of float around in the floaty a little better. Enjoy your little lazy river. This is a lot more than I thought. This is a lot more than I thought. Whoa. That's what I get for asking anything else. Nurture. Aw, they need the nurturings today. Conduit, the bridge. This also talks about awakenings and new beginnings. And when I think of conduit, I also think of like channeler, mushrooms, fairies, gnomes. What is that? Is that a deer? Is that a reindeer? I think so. Like not even intentionally like ironic, bro. Not even intentionally ironically, bro. Reindeers. Like even before Christmas time or whatever, holiday season time, reindeers like are slowly like. And I don't feel like it's any like, oh, you may relate to Rudolph it doesn't feel like that. There's something else about the reindeer. There's something else about the reindeer.